Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Mulder, and today I'd like to discuss some more about Chat GPT. Basically, it's artificial intelligence. So when I say GPT, that's what I'm referring to. Anyway, a friend of mine who was doing a little experiment, he decided to ask uh, AI, how would you set up the uh, the neutralizer system, which is basically a three machine system set up for personal protection, and asked it, okay, is there anything magical like angelic energies, that kind of a thing? Anyway, here's the response from Chat GPT about the neutralizer. Now, my question, number one, is where to get all this information? How did it know? And I figured the only way it could have known is to start scraping the data off of the videos I've done, probably I've other videos out there on the web discussing. I think the old name was the Hunter Killer, but decided to make it a little bit more, you know, make it not sound so. I don't know how to put it. Anyway, you know what I mean. All right, uh, so renamed it the neutralizer. It's the same thing, and basically all it is, again, is just to protect the operator or whoever this thing is being dialed into. And so what I'm going to do is go through here, read it, what it says, and then I'm going to kind of comment as we go along with this. All right, here we go. This is coming from AI. All right, to design an ideal setup for constant magical protection using Dr. Mulder's neutralizer radionics machine and incorporating tarot cards and or angelic sigils, we will focus on creating a synergistic system. The setup will align the energy of the radionics machine with the protective energies of the selected cards and sigils. Components for the setup: radionics machine configuration for the neutralizer. Okay, box one, protection. Focus assign this box to target the central theme of protection using a clear quartz crystal as an amplifier, and set up the dials to align with your personal vibration frequency for protection. That's in the original configuration. I like this one, by the way. The quartz crystal, that's already built into the circuit. You don't really have to worry about that, but I see where it's coming from. So in the first machine for the setup we have, it is a for protection, or for excuse me, for it was like the power station. What Chuck set his up was number one, box one B, getting the energy to run the other two boxes. All right, so let's go here so far. Box two, detection and elimination of negative energies. Use this box to identify, neutralize negative energies or negative influences. Include a representation of vanishing energy, such as a black tourmaline or a drone sigil for protection. I don't know what that is, tourmaline. I've never heard that before. All right. Box three, energetic shield. This box will maintain and sustain a constant energetic shield. Uh, program program it to reinforce a bubble of light around you. Include a talisman or symbol of shielding, like Archangel Michael's sigil, which, by the way, I incorporate all the time when I'm doing the neutralizer one for personal protection, because it just works. It seems to I Michael seems to have a way of kicking aside any ne'er do wells that are trying to cause you any trouble. And so let's see here. Two, tarot cards for magical protection. This is something that doesn't really resonate with me personally, but it's just part of the mix. Yeah, Uncle Chucky used to use like the Tower card when he was trying to on his war machines. These they look like a pentagram, and what it was a weapon. It was weaponized radionics to go after the bad guys, and he would use a Tower card to project negative energies toward that target. And for my, and then I kind of went the other to the light side of the force, and the initial one was the Nine of Pentacles, and what that was to bring in attract wealth and well-being and that kind of a thing for the operator or for the target. All right. let's see, resident protection environment, place them. Okay. Tarot cards for magical protection, select tarot cards that resonate with protection, empowerment, and empowerment. Place them in proximity to the radiance machine or an input or as input items. In other words, just put them on the copper plate. The let's see, the Hierophant, spiritual guidance and divine protection, strength, inner resilience and courage, star, hope, renewal, and divine light, sun, beacon of protection and vitality. Angelic sigils for protection, including angelic sigils to amplify divine intervention, which me personally, for my belief system, I have. This is where I would go with this. See, suggested sigils, Archangel Michael for powerful protection and courage. Great choice. Archangel Raphael sigil for healing and protection from harmful energies. Also another great choice. Archangel Uriel sigil to eliminate hidden threats and offer wisdom in defense. This guy, I like him. Okay, for basically being a scout, and which is what he's going to do. To I would use Uriel in my hunter part of this, and this that's constantly looking out for threats, um, and what have you. And then once the threat is immediately discovered, then you bring Michael in there to neutralize it. Okay, symbols or tools for activation. A photo or hair strand for personal connection as an input witness with something that represents you. It could be it could be a picture, your signature, or whatever. It just something that represents you. Written intention statements such as "I am surrounded by an impenetrable shield of divine light. Negative energies are transmuted into love and cannot reach me." Not bad. I mean, this is again, it's AI come doing this, not me. All right, a candle, white for purity and light or black for banishment. Tuning the radionics machine. All right, here it goes into. All right, use the tarot cards and angelic sigils as rate setting tools. Place the chosen card or sigil on the input plate of box one to establish an input frequency. Place the talisman crystal or object charged with positive energy on the input plate of box three to enforce the shield. This is, you probably have to listen to this twice. All right, setup steps. Preparation. Cleanse the space and all tools using sage, sound, or salt water, whatever your belief system is. All I do is set everything to zero. I don't do that. It hasn't bothered me yet. All right. Programming the boxes. Program each box individually. Start with box one to set the base intention. Then proceed to box two and box three. Using a pendulum or dowsing rod to fine-tune each box's rate until you feel the protective energy aligns perfectly. Again, I stick plate. Activation. Light the candle, focusing on your intention for protection. Activate the radionics machine. Visualize a sphere protective light forming around you and your environment. Daily maintenance, check and adjust the machine's rates weekly to ensure the energy remains aligned. Replace or recharge the input items, crystals, cards as needed. Feedback and results tracking. Keep a journal to document any noticeable changes, improvements in energy, or instances where protection felt heightened. This configuration blends the power of symbolism, tarot cards, and sigils with a targeted energy manipulation of the radionics machine, creating a holistic and potent shield for constant magical protection. This is interesting. Again, I like what it's doing. I like how it's setting up this thing. Protection and neutralizing the threat and everything. It has all the major components of the original hunter killer or slash neutralizer. I like it. I like what it said. Again, the thing about it is it really is, this thing is, it's not a magical AI is not magical. All it's doing is just it's just data harvesting off of other sources and correlate correlating them in such a manner where it gives you the impression you're talking to an actual human being, or make it in such a way where it's easy for you to comprehend or lay everything out. Um, and like I said, this is what AI knows about me and knows about the machines that I build, and it's taking that information and doing its mojo, and also from other sources such as Uncle Chucky. But yeah, this is really good stuff. I thought you'd find an interest in this, and there you go. Oh, by the way, I have a few more of the Quantum 2 Juniors left over. The deal on that is if you're a repeat customer, I don't care what machine you bought, what model, if I've built it, you're a repeat customer. For repeat customers, that is $350 plus shipping. If you are a new customer, if you've never bought one of my products before, it's going to be 25% off the $700 retail price, which will make it $525. And what I will do is, if you buy one and you really want to delve into this thing, I'll go ahead and for the new customers, I'll give you the second one for $350. For repeat customers, I'll give you an even better deal, and we'll discuss that, but you'll like the deal. All right. With that said, I'm going to call it a day, but I thought you'd find it interesting. Do your own thing. Ask questions of Chat GPT about setting up an operation, or how would you set up an operation, and see what it comes up with, see what resonates with you. It did give me a few helpful little pointers there that I'm going to incorporate in my own system. And I thought it was just a nice guide. Would I trust this thing 100%? Hell to the no. Would I look at it as a guide of some useful information from time to time? Why, of course. So there's, that kind of, I'm going off a tangent here. This reminds me, I was having sort of a conversation with a friend of mine about AI. This was, oh hell, it had to have been 6 or 7 months ago, maybe even longer. And he was saying, well, this AI stuff's demonic, and you need to go in there and try to see if you can get this out, or I wouldn't touch this, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, well, buddy, you deal with AI every second of the day. When you're turning on a radio, or if you're getting on a podcast, or if you're listening to something on the internet, you're dealing with AI. If you are in your car and you're driving through the city and you see all the traffic lights and they're all synchronized, and they change as so traffic levels change. You're dealing with AI. You walk into a casino, for example, and you're dealing with all these machines and being tracked, all that, you're dealing with AI. You cannot walk away from it. It is here to stay. AI is nothing new. It's been around, shit. It's probably been around since the 60s, maybe the 50s. And so, algorithms and all this other stuff that goes into this, it's nothing. It's the intention of the operator. It's the intention of where are you trying to project out of this. When it comes to AI, I'm looking at it as a tool. I'm not looking at it as something evil. I'm not looking at it as something bad. I'm simply looking at it as a tool. And so, or as a resource. It doesn't make, it's, I don't get the how you can be afraid of something that you don't need to be afraid of. Yes, can it be used to mess up your life? Why, of course. Can it be used to help your life? Why, of course. It just depends on you and all those stuff. And if you're worried about somebody messing up your life, get one of those neutralizers. They work. I have plenty of test results from people who've used them. Lots of feedback, lots of testimonials. So I'm just saying, that's a very worthy item to have in your arsenal of radionics devices. So with that said, you have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.